Hello, my friends and people of the internet. It's I, Terry, here with another video for you. And apparently, since I started recording, my cat decided to chime in and speak his mind. I don't know if you guys can actually hear, but yeah, that was my cat in the background. See, the thing I want to talk about is kind of related to what just happened here. I recently started using OBS, which stands for Open Broadcaster Software. I think that's what it stands for. Anyway, they recently came out with OBS Studio, which is their newer version, I guess. And OBS is apparently really popular. It's what a lot of streamers use to stream, and a lot of gamers use it for capturing gameplay videos and stuff. It's great free software. I've been using Bandicam for the longest time, and I'll tell you why. A lot of people don't like Bandicam. They think that it's all about marketing or whatever. And yeah, I can see that, because they only let you have to buy it, and you get an activation key, but you can only use that activation key on one computer at a time. So yeah, it's a little about marketing, and that's not cool. I don't like that, but for what it is, it's great software. I've used it for a long time. It's got great features that I love, and I think my number one feature about Bandicam is that you can put a hotkey for pausing, and that has been so useful to me so many times. Having the ability to pause during a recording, if like the phone rings or your cat starts yelling in the background, and you can just press the key on your keyboard. Boom. No noise, no nothing, no audio, no video. Just it's like cutting out things on the fly without having to go into editing software and cut out the parts that were noisy or annoying or whatever. Instead, you can just push a key on your keyboard and you don't have to worry about it. I love that feature. That feature is so valuable to me. You can push the pause recording button, go get yourself a cup of coffee or whatever, come back and push the button again to stop the pause and resume recording, and nobody knows. Nobody knew what you went to go do. The only way they can tell is if when you push the stop recording or the pause recording button, the only way they can tell is that if you were moving your mouse or whatever during that part where you hit the pause button and your mouse is in a different location, or your character in the game was looking at a different thing or whatever. That's the only way they can tell. They'll be like, wait a minute, you're looking at something different. Did the video get cut there? What was that about? But yeah, it's barely noticeable, and I use that pause feature so much. I feel like it should be in every video recording software. It's just that important to me. And I've recently started using OBS, and I love it. It's wonderful. It's got so many great features that are also very valuable to me, and you see, that's the thing. All the features that OBS has far outweigh what Bandicam is offering for a price, and OBS is free. So more features with no price. It's just the go-to thing. I can see why everybody's using OBS. It's great. I also know that XSplit is really popular. But anyway, let me explain about OBS. That it's got noise suppression. So you can record on the fly like I am now, and I'm not using any editing software. I'm just gonna record this video with OBS and put it up on YouTube and see what I get. And I'm telling you right now, the audio sounds so much better than what I was getting with Bandicam. I just see it night and day, or I should say hear it night and day. It's so much better quality audio. I've got a medical condition, and I've got a Clinitron bed in my room with my desktop computer, and the audio in my room is terrible, and I can't do anything about it. You know, it's just, this is what I have to live with. And my medical bed is so noisy because it's got like a built-in engine with fans running, and it's a noisy bed, let's just put it that way. And I was having such a hard time trying to get the perfect audio for my video recordings using Bandicam. I tried everything. I tried editing software, and I would always have to suppress the noise with other software, and it was never good enough. It just didn't sound like, if I cut it too much, my voice, it became really tinny, and I hated that. I hated how it made my voice sound totally different. It sounded like I was underwater or something. Anyway, it was really bad. So yeah, I couldn't live with it anymore. So I started looking around, and I was like, well, everybody talks about OBS all the time, so maybe I'll try that out and see if it works any better for me. And lo and behold, I started using it and playing around with its noise suppression feature, and I listened back to my recording, and oh my gosh, it sounds so much better. I'm so glad that I tried it out, and the only thing that OBS is missing is that pause feature that Bandicam had. I really miss that pause feature, and I'm hoping that in the near future OBS will include that feature for me. I know. It sounds kind of selfish asking for them to add a feature just for Terry, but the way I see it, it's not adding it just for Terry. It's adding it for everyone. I'm sure I'm not the only one that would love to have a pause feature that lets you pause during real life interruptions, like the phone ringing or whatever. Surely there's a cry out for that built-in feature, so that so many of us don't have to worry about going into editing software and cutting out certain parts that, you know, the phone rang or whatever. It's time consuming. It can take up to several hours sometimes going through your recorded video, trying to pick out every little interruption that you've had, depending on the length of your video. Like, I typically aim for 30-minute videos, and it can take some time going through the 30-minute video. It's like proofreading. I guess you would call it proof watching. And yeah, you go over the video a couple of times just to make sure you got it right. And having a pause feature for recording, that would be the greatest. It would save a lot of editing time, I can tell you that. Not to mention the other software I've tried editing the mic audio that I already had, and it was never as good as what I'm getting with OBS. I could never suppress it as good as how I am right now with OBS. So yeah, I have ranted long enough about this topic. I just wanted the world to know that I love OBS and it's working great for me. I just hope in the near future they add a pause hotkey for recording, because that would be very helpful. Just a key on the keyboard that you can press to pause recording, and then press it again whenever you're ready to resume the recording. And then when you're done with your video, hit the end recording button. So yeah, that's, well, I guess to simplify it, they could group the start recording button with the stop recording button, so that way it's only one key, and then they could have another button you could press for pausing the recording and unpausing. Yeah, I think that would be the best way to handle it. Have a start and stop button, and then a pause button for whenever you're just pausing. Anyway, that's my output. This video has gone on long enough. Thank you for listening to me rant on about what I would like to see in recording software. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. Tell your friends. Maybe get the word out to OBS. Say, hey, this is a really good idea. Maybe we should add this pause feature that he's talking about. It might help a lot of people out. A lot of people not have to worry about editing out crap all the time. I don't know. It's just my thoughts, and yeah. Anyway, take care. Have a lovely day.